Hey all you cigarette bands, I am DVD Weasel, or Liam if you may prefer. I'm back again this week. I'm the first to review the film this week, and this week's film is Requiem for a Dream by Darren Aronofsky. Requiem for a Dream is one of my favourite films, and I'll get into why in this review. And this review will contain massive spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film, go out, watch it, and then come back and watch this review. Yeah, I can't really. I need to spoil the film to get into why I like it, so let's go. Basically, it centres around four addicted characters, four characters addicted to more things than drugs. The first being the main character, arguably, because a lot of people say there isn't a main character, but I think the main focus is on Harry Goldfarb. He is the main focus of the entire thing because everybody relates back to him. If it wasn't for him, the other ones wouldn't know each other. Harry is basically a drug addict and a dealer. He's trying to make it big with dealing, and it's not going too well because he keeps using the stuff that he's meant to deal, and he uses with his friend and his girlfriend. His friend Tyrone is played by Marlon Wayans. This character is a massive departure from his usual Wayans Brothers kind of comedy with Shorty from Scary Movie and Scary Movie 2, and I think he's better as a serious actor than he is as a comedic actor. He is very funny in the Scary Movies, I have to admit. I like the first Scary Movie, and I like the second one for what it was. That involved crap. Harry's girlfriend, played by Jennifer Connelly, Marion, I forgot her last name as well. That one's definitely mentioned, I'm sure, because I remember when it is mentioned. I just can't remember her name. She uses with him as well. All three of them get high all together and use up all the stock that they're meant to sell, and then they have none left because they're getting really desperate because they want to get high, and they also need money to sell to get money back, obviously, to buy more for themselves to get high. So it's this whole circle of desperation to get their next fix. And I think that's what's so amazing about this film. Well, it's one of the points anyway, because it gives us a little window into a drug addict's life, and it doesn't shy away from all the horrible stuff that happens. In fact, it shows the horrible stuff more graphically than it shows any of the other stuff. The circle of desperation basically starts with them getting high, and then they're fine for a while, and then when they're finished, the other scenes that alternate between the scenes where they're getting high is a search for another fix, or a search for money, or just a search for themselves. And this film does show a lot of who the characters are on the inside, and how ugly they can get on the inside as well. Then there's Harry's mum, who lives alone, and she is addicted to TV. She is obsessed with trying to be on TV, and she one day gets a call from the TV studio, although this may be debatable whether it was a dream or not, and whether she was going insane before she started taking the medication, or it might just be how it seems. You never know with this film. She gets a call from the TV place telling her that she's going to be on TV, and they'll contact her when. And from then on, she's trying to lose weight to fit into this red dress that her husband loved, and she wore for her son's graduation. And as she's trying to fit in this, she tries to go on a diet at first, like a normal diet, and she can't do it because she keeps on giving in and eating. And then she goes to the doctor, and the doctor gives her medication, and the medication sends her a bit loopy, really. And yeah, that's basically her story. And then it gets on to some horrible stuff near the end, and there's some disturbing stuff that happens to every one of the characters. And yeah, I think this is one of the most intense and emotionally disturbing films in the entire world, and that has ever been that has ever been written or directed, and it makes me feel horrible every time I watch it, but I can't stop watching it because I've seen it so many times up to now, and I'm going to watch it so many times from now on. How Ellen Burstyn didn't win the Oscar is absolutely beyond me. The Academy made a huge blunder there, and they have in the past with a lot of other things, but with Ellen Burstyn there's just no contest, especially since she lost out to Julia Roberts as Erin Brockovich. Now, I'm not putting that performance down because I haven't seen Erin Brockovich in years, and I can't really remember much of Julia Roberts' performance. She's just incredible in this film. She puts herself through emotional, physical and mental hell. Absolutely outstanding. Sorry for the change of camera position. I was thirsty, so I had to go and get a drink. So where was I? Oh yeah, Ellen Burstyn's performance. This is where I'll start getting into the spoilery stuff, but I've already warned you about that, so if you haven't seen the film, then hopefully you're not watching this. Ellen Burstyn's performance was incredible, I've already said that, but what I would like to say now is that that image of her on the close-up shot of her face on the hospital bed while she's getting ECT with that little thing in her mouth, that had haunted me since I saw it for the first time. Because the way the lights flicker, and the lights are flickering everywhere with everybody, it just creates such an atmosphere that's just unrivaled in a lot of films that try to be edgy and creative. And the way Aronofsky does it is mind blowing. It's just brilliant, and I love everything about that scene, even though it's hard to love a scene like that. It's seriously a brilliant film. And that scene just does it all. And the last thing I like to talk about is the character's dependency, not only on drugs but on each other, and in the case of Sarah, on the TV. Because if you see the scene where she's imagining that she's on the TV, she's watching herself on the TV, and herself on the TV comes into her apartment, and then Tappy comes into the apartment, and then they're walking around picking stuff up, and while they're doing that conga line thing around her and she's getting really scared, she clings to the TV, while the fridge, the thing that she once loved and once went to for comfort, is coming at her and is about to eat her. I think that was such a brilliant contrast between her two dependencies, and also the obvious point to make about the dependency was close to the end, well, basically the ending, when all the characters are stuck in a place that they really don't want to be in, and a place that is so like worlds away from where they started at a year ago. It's magnificent, and the way that the characters all curl up into the fetal position to feel like they once were when they were a child, and when their innocence was still there. And they've gone through all this shit in the last year that all their innocence is just completely gone, and they want to go back to how it was before. And that's just my take on it. Yeah, I'm not trying to push what I think on anybody else, because everybody should have their own opinion, because it'd be really boring if everyone's with the same. And yeah, that's just my thoughts on Requiem for a Dream. I can't wait for the next film. Don't know if I can tell you about it yet, but I know, and I can't wait because I really liked it. Yeah, I will see everybody, all of you viewers, next time, whenever that may be. And thank you for watching my Requiem for a Dream review. And watch everybody else's as well. Although if you've watched mine, then you're obviously going to watch everybody else's, because my In Bruges review was massively popular. I will catch you next time. Goodbye.